What if it actually does get like exceedingly better when you just go through the painful process of breaking up and ending the relationship? Take this from somebody who has spent one, two, three, four, too many years in relationships that were not beneficial for him. When I say this, I mean specifically with romantic partners, right? A lot of people are afraid to end relationships. They're afraid to break up because maybe they've been led to believe that there's just simply nothing better out there for them, right? Some people have been gaslighted by people, right? Some people have been led to believe that that person is the only person in a sea of 4 billion plus people. When I say that, I'm dividing the entire world in half in terms of the population of people. It's wild what people are led to believe when they're in a relationship with somebody that makes them believe that that's the only person there for them. It's not. And the likelihood that you can do better for yourself is out of this fucking world. That's the reality of it, right? Now let's look at the mountain of pain that stands before you, right? It's intimidating. It's Everest, right? Mount Everest is standing before you. It's intimidating. It's like, ha ha ha, I bet you can't do it, right? It's trying to keep you stuck. You're comfortable, but you're not happy. Let's differentiate those two, right? Because a lot of people are actually staying in relationships with people that they're not happy with simply because they're comfortable and they're accepting the comfort. They're even looking at the comfort and accepting it as happiness. It's not happiness, right? Genuinely, take this from somebody who has spent too many years in a relationship with at least one person when he could have just broken up because he was afraid. He believed himself that he couldn't do any better, right? And in this world where there is 8+ billion people, regardless of whatever it is that you're looking for, right? Like, that's not even a fathomable fucking number. That's like off the charts, out of this world, right? I can't even fathom how big of a number that actually is. And when you put that into perspective, it actually makes this process a little bit easier. Just ripping off the band-aid is what's necessary. And the quite reality of it is one of the longest relationships that I've ever been in, when I broke up with the person, right? Or when the person broke when the relationship ended, right? I was having a really hard time. I was in a lot of pain. All of the memories flooded in, all of these ideas of, well, what if this, what if that, what if I never find anybody like this, that, and the other again, right? Quite honestly, I've grieved. I went through the process. I'm not there anymore. I'm not in the headspace of the lack of the limitations anymore. I've actually become an entirely different person as a result of putting myself through the process of feeling the pain and getting the fuck out of the relationship. Oh, and the wildest thing, too, is when you don't know because you're in the relationship with the person, or you just have a lack of knowledge, no offense to anybody, but a lack of knowledge and understanding in regards to the potential trauma and fucked upness of the individual. Everyone has it. Everyone's got trauma. Everyone's got their shit, right? You get that perspective coming out of it and understanding how actually fucked up of an individual you were with. And that changes everything. You're like, wow, I lost sleep over that individual? Really? I don't want that anymore, right? I don't want to be with that individual anymore, right? And let me say this real quick. If you are looking at just the overall dynamic of the individual and all the times that you've shared together, right? The likelihood that you will end up regretting staying with them over the long term simply because you were too comfortable and you were scared to get out because you were looking at that intimidating mountain of pain that was standing before you and you were asking yourself, how the fuck do I do this? And quite honestly, in the words of one of my absolute best friends, no names, but one of my absolute best friends said, start with one foot and, one foot in front of the other and step into that unknown, step into that space of, I don't know what this is, but it's probably better than what that was back there. So I'm going to keep moving forward. ripping off the band-aid, doing what the fuck you need to do. If anybody has ever gaslighted you into believing that there's nothing out there better for you, again, in a sea of 8 billion plus people, there's a lot of fucking people out there. There's a really good chance that there's somebody out there that's a better fit for you than the person that you're not happy with. That doesn't really seem that hard. The hard part is grieving everything that you shared with that person. And I understand that. I've been through that. I've literally looked at a relationship that was more than a half a decade long, right? And I saw it as like near impossible to get over the person. I really did. But I did. I got over the person. There are no feelings there anymore. And honestly, in terms of breaking up, one of the most important things that you can do is going no contact with the individual. Don't just rip off the band-aid of breaking up with the person. Delete the contact and block. Regret is serious. It is a communicator. What you don't want to have happen is spend 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years or more, your entire life, with somebody that you're not happy with when you could just do the work to get out. And when I say that doing the work to get out is the better route, I mean it. I rhymed there. Didn't mean to do that, but anyway. Truly, that's the reality of it. Would you rather spend decades of your life, get to 50, 60, 70, 80, right? Realize that you've made it all the way to the end of your life and you didn't get out of the relationship? Or would you rather have just put yourself into the uncomfortable position of breaking up, ripping off the band-aid, and doing better for yourself? Right? I was actually in a relationship with somebody, no names, but this person told me that I was nothing without them. Obviously, that is completely and exceedingly fucked up to say to somebody. It's not true, but it's what somebody who fears being alone, fears people leaving them, and fears that the person that they're telling that to will leave them, so they say whatever necessary to do that. A healthy individual would never say that. They would never say that, right? Somebody that is secure in themselves would never say that. They would allow you to do what you want to do. Not only that, but if the relationship were to end, yeah, there'd be a grieving thing, right? You experience beautiful things with the person, but you're good because you got yourself, and that's the reality of it, right? If you can put one foot in front of the other and just start the movements of even just like emotionally preparing yourself. There was a relationship that I was in that was very difficult to get out of. Um, I would have, back then, not anymore, but back then I would have liked things to have been different. No names. But the reality of the matter is that if something can't be different, it just simply can't be different. And I say this from the bottom of my heart with my own personal experience, I fucking regret it because that is years of my life that I can never get back. I want you to breathe into that. The reality that you could spend years of your life comfortable, but exceedingly and deeply unhappy and unfulfilled with somebody and stay with them simply because you've been led to believe that there's nobody else out there in a sea of 4 billion, 8 billion plus people. I cut it in half for men and women, just assuming that it's around there, right? There's nobody else out there for you, right? Yeah, in a sea of 4 billion around there women, 4 billion around there men, there's nobody else out there for you. Whoever you are with right now that you're not happy with, but you are comfortable with, but you're afraid to break up with, you're afraid to end the relationship with because you fear that you won't find anything better. You fear that you're not going to be able to get over the person. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not a matter of that. But what it is a matter of is that it is possible. And it requires you to make a choice for yourself, emotionally prepare yourself, to put one foot in front of the other, to prepare yourself for a grieving process, to stare at that intimidating Mount Everest of pain, right? But also realize that you have the ability, you are capable of climbing to the top of that motherfucker and seeing the other side, regardless of whatever it is you have to go through. A lot of people avoid getting out of relationships because they're afraid of the pain that they'd have to go through in order to get out of the relationship. It's valid. I've been there. I have nothing but empathy and compassion for anybody that goes through that. But when I say that it's worth it, like, take this from somebody who literally, I thought it was impossible to get out of a relationship with somebody. And then once you start going through the process and getting out on the other side, it all changes. It all changes. But the things that I absolutely recommend, like, these are like a must. If you're going to end a relationship with somebody, do it sooner than later. And when I say that, I mean yesterday. Just kidding. Today, tomorrow, whatever, right? Rip off the fucking band-aid. Yeah, you're gonna stir a lot of shit up. By the way, I'm not telling anybody what to do. Again, this is just raw advice, completely raw advice. You're going to waste your fucking life and regret years of your life if you don't get out of relationships with people that you're not happy with. That's just the fucking reality of it. I can't imagine that you want to get to the later on years of your life, decades out from now, where you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and you realize, wow, I wish that I had just gotten out of I wish that I had just gotten out of that relationship. So, rip off the fucking band-aid. Don't waste any time. That's period, first and foremost. Um Hopefully you don't have kids with them. If you do, it's going to be a lot more challenging. So I assume that the person that you're with does not have kids with you. Um Delete their number from your phone, but block them first. Go completely no contact. Um and just do it. That's what it's all about. To put things into perspective, life is long, but it's also way too fucking short, and you can do better for yourself, regardless of whatever this person has led you to believe. That there's nobody else out there for you in this massive fucking world of multiple billions of people. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. That's also gaslighting. That's a manipulative tactic that somebody who is terrified of losing people utilizes. Somebody that's healthy would never say anything like that to you. They'd never lead you to believe that you are nothing without them. That's just the reality of it. Rip the fucking band-aid off, get uncomfortable, because the short-term discomfort and pain is really fucking worth the long-term happiness and fulfillment of doing better for yourself. I've experienced this twice already in two exceedingly fucked up relationships that I stayed way too long in, and I'm really fucking happy that I got out. I hope this works for you. You deserve better, and you can do better for yourself regardless of what anybody has told you.